Okay, say something, John.
Hello.
Yeah, it seems to work. Hello. Oh, Chow is here. Hey, hey,
Hello.
Chow. Hello, Chow.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
So this is a dev chat number 29, right? 29.
29.
Yeah, it's been a long
29
time.
weeks of this.
29 weeks of this, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Oh no, Chow has a headache. So what you should do
Oh,
is
no.
drink lots and lots of water.
What
Lots
you
and
should
lots
do
and
is drink
lots.
lots and lots of beer.
Lots and lots of beer.
Yeah.
That's not how it works.
That's totally how it works, man.
So how's the week?
How's the week? Busy with work.
Busy with work, eh?
Yeah. Still snuck in some time to do a little bit of this this side project thing.
Nice. So think we should begin? Shall we begin?
Yeah,
We should talk so Chow will be taking a break this week. So for this week, like number 29, it'll just be you and me.
You and me.
like old times. Alright.
Like old times.
Like old times. Alright, John. So let's talk about what you have.
So can you see my screen?
Yes, I can.
Yes, you can. Awesome.
Yes, I can.
The past week, I said I would do like some visualization and stuff, but I didn't manage to get it done. I spent some time fixing some bugs in the Amiga mod player. But at least now it actually sounds a little closer to what it was supposed to sound like.
Nice.
So basically, let's try playing. I'm gonna play some music. So this is what it's supposed to sound. Hang on. This is what it's supposed to sound like.
I'm not hearing anything.
No. 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 Hang on.
The display is kind of screwed as well. Same as last week.
No.
Looks like you did not get yourself a new computer, John.
I did not get myself a new computer.
What is this? Why didn't you buy yourself a new computer? Why did you get yourself a new monitor instead?
Oh, I know. Hang on.
Are we doing live troubleshooting?
Yep, live troubleshooting. I hope that didn't screw up your thing. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can still hear you.
Alright, okay, awesome. Yeah, live troubleshooting. Let's hope this works.
Woo!
So this is the original tune.
Original tune, yeah. So this is what you intend to play in the GBA, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
And so, let me see. Let's see. What did we have last week? Last week it was. I should have made an archive on what I had last week.
Yeah.
No matter. Anyway.
Your Vim is also not showing up properly on screen. It's completely busted. Yeah.
No. Okay. I'm gonna.
Oh, is this your commit history?
Yeah, that's my commit history.
Alright.
Let's see if I can. What did I do last week? What date is it today?
Today is the 14th of March.
Okay.
Yeah.
So last week, let's see. Let's do this. Oh no.
Alright, you're making a build now.
Yeah. Totally safe. Totally safe.
Totally.
Okay. Simple demo GBA. And this is what it sounded like last week.
Right. Definitely missing notes, right?
Okay. And so This is wow. Okay.
Yeah, you have not committed your current stuff.
I have.
You have.
Well, I have some stuff that I have not committed.
I see.
But anyway.
Anyways,
this is what it sounds like now.
oh, look at that. Look at that pretentious twinning in and out of the names as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds a lot better now, yes? No?
Sounds a lot better. Is it 100% replication of the original?
No, I don't think so. I think there are some bits that are still kind of bugged, but it sounds good, close enough for me right now.
Yeah, it sounds
close enough.
It sounds pretty good. That's cool.
And the pretentious title twinning in makes it 100% better.
Oh, Lucius here. Hello, Lucius. John, would you like to
Hello.
explain to Lucius like what it is that you're doing? Like what is incredible about this demo?
What is incredible about this demo? Existential crisis setting in right now.
No. The cool thing is that you are playing the audio in GBA, right? So let's talk about the difficulties, right? Because for a lot of us like inspiring game dev that's learning how to make games, right? They are exposed to say Unity or Construct, where playing music is just literally a function call, right? So what is it about what you're doing here that is so different?
Well, it's not that much different. No. So what happens is I'm building a mixer, an audio mixer from. You can kind of say it's almost from scratch. There are libraries out there to help you do this kind of stuff. But one of the challenges with doing audio on the GBA, on something like GBA, is that the GBA doesn't have any hardware floating point support. If you do any kind of floating point computations, it's almost invariably going to be all software emulated floating points,
which is
not going to be it's not going to be fast. So what happens is most people will implement some kind of a fixed point floating point, a fixed point arithmetic on the GBA. So meaning like in floating point, your decimal point, your binary point in a number like 1.0010001, whatever, the point sort of shifts depending on how big or how small the number is. With fixed point, you're always saying, oh, it's the last 8 bits in your number will be treated as the part that is less than 1, and the bits that are the rest of the bits are treated as your integer portion. And so with fixed point arithmetic, you can sort of do I have any examples? With fixed point arithmetic, you can kind of just use normal arithmetic to add and subtract your numbers. In this case, like I overloaded some operators, but essentially all they're doing is just taking the int that is underlying the data and just adding, subtracting. Multiplication requires a bit of work, but if you're multiplying between a fixed point number and a regular integer, you can just apply the multiplication normally.
Right.
So on and so forth. So that all uses the hardware, the CPU's arithmetic unit.
Right. Every sample. Wait. So every sample is represented by a fixed point number.
Yeah.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Like treated as something between 0 and 1, and then you just perform your arithmetic on it. So that's one of the issues with dealing with the hardware on the GBA, because you don't have floating point hardware, so you gotta find some way around it. Another thing is I want to be able to use audio as I want to use a small enough audio file that I can transfer it to my GBA via multi-boot. Multi-boot, if you don't know, it's being able to play games on the GBA
without the cartridge.
By transferring it, without the cartridge. So some games used to do that for multiplayer games, and so the amount of space you have, I think, is like 256 KB. You have 256 KB for your ROM to transfer down. Some music files, if you were to like have a WAV file or an MP3 file, you might end up bloating your ROM size to beyond
KB,
that
right? You
256.
just said KB, right?
Yes, 256 KB.
That's almost nothing, man. Oh my god, in today's term.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, in today's terms. So you could implement an MP3 encoder in your ROM, possibly. And MP3s can compress to really small, but that still sounds kind of very intense.
Okay.
One of the things I wanted to do was use mod files instead. Amiga mods used to be played on the Amiga, whichever Amiga it was. I'm not too familiar. But basically, what they did is they defined samples. Let's try. Let's show Milky Tracker
Uh-huh.
to make their music, and this is an example how a mod file is defined in your tracker. So basically, you have the notes that you're going to play on what instrument with what kind of effects enabled.
Mm.
Yeah. So basically, you have in a classic mod file, you have 31 instruments to play with, and then you have 4 channels to play with.
Right.
You can only play one sound at a time on one channel, but with 4 channels, you can almost emulate some kind of effects like echo and stuff like that.
It does look very intimidating, this interface.
It is very intimidating. Yeah, so old school mods look like this, and then so basically each instrument is basically a short audio clip, and so you can imagine that the file kind of compresses really. The file size for the music can be kind of small, because you just need like a few audio clips, and then what you're doing is you're just repeating these audio clips at different frequencies and all that.
So just to clarify, each instrument is just a single clip, a single note.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
A single note, a single clip.
That you then manipulate in real time.
For example, I guess I can play this one.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the instruments. This one's another one. Yeah.
Okay.
So on and so forth. Yeah, like.
So that song uses only 2 instruments?
No, there are more.
There are more. I see.
It's just that people don't normally name their instruments. They just put like messages that they want inside the.
I see.
This thing.
How many instruments are there in this song?
You have up to 31. I'm not sure how many you used. 1, 2, 3.
Okay. All the way to. I see.
Yeah. There's 4 somewhere. 4.
Hexadecimal.
5. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
6, 7 instruments or something like that. Yeah. So the file size would be like file size is somewhere along the lines of 63 kilobytes.
Okay.
For this song.
63
for this song, that's
kilobyte. What's the cap again? 256, right? Is the maximum.
Yeah. 256.
And this is 63 already.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And so if you look at my ROM, my ROM is 76 KB.
I see. Wow.
With this song inside.
Wow.
Of course, you can compress it. You can compress it further.
Okay.
You can compress it further. The old school mods were not compressed, so they tend to be on the bigger side. But you can compress. There are ways to compress it further. If you compress like the audio clips and stuff.
I see.
But it makes parsing them harder. But yeah. So anyway, so we have this going, and then for Chow, I have my setup. Hang on.
Okay.
Setup going on. Hang on. Let me just go over here and find my QuickTime.
Well, what did you promise, Chow?
I didn't really promise anything, but Chow asked the last time how the setup looks like, right? My GBA the whole running on the GBA thing looks like. And it looks like this. Ta-da!
Ah,
Computer with the. I hope you can see it. So
right.
anyway, I hope you can hear it. You can't really see the
Oh yeah, I hear it.
text out there. But anyway, let me bring my mic closer.
This is a live feed, is
Yeah. Yep, this is a live feed.
it?
You can see my face in there.
Oh no, I can see your face.
Oh no, you can see my face. Let me show you my nostril instead. So this is how it works. So computer connects to Arduino through a USB hub.
Yeah.
Arduino connects to.
I think your comm is dying. Okay.
Oh no! Yeah, it connects to GBA like this.
Ah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And so the audio is running on the GBA right now. If you can hear it.
I can hear it a little. That's cool. Yeah. Whoa. I can hear it now. That's really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's that. It takes a bit of effort to actually get the thing to play because my cable doesn't sit properly on the port on the pins.
Right. So if you touch it a bit, what happens?
Then I have trouble transferring the file over. Like just a tiny bit. Let me restart the GBA.
Okay.
And let me try to transfer. Familiar sounds.
Yes, I love that sound.
Oh, okay. I guess it was sitting right properly.
So it works?
This time around.
Nice.
Oh no. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Audio playing.
Yeah, I can hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great, man.
So yeah, there you have it. There you have it. What I did for the last week.
So what
Getting
were
this to
you
run on
doing next?
What will I do? Okay, so there was one thing that I wanted to ask for advice on, which is if you look at this animation, dang it.
Okay.
A bit annoying.
Okay.
Okay, annoying all the sounds playing at the same time. So anyway, you can see that the animation looks a little choppy, and it's that tween in animation looks a bit choppy.
Yeah.
And it's not because my computer is a potato.
Okay.
It is because I am using an expo out easing on this thing.
Okay.
But with integers.
With integers, okay.
Yeah. So this is my expo out. This is my expo out code.
I'm not entirely sure how the expo out graph looks.
Right.
Yeah.
Expo out. Let me bring up the graph. Easings. Where are my easings? Cha-chang. Where is the expo? Where is the expo? Expo. If you see it, let me know.
Okay.
Expo out. If you look at the little dot, by mouse move.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is expo out.
Okay.
If I do this,
Right.
that's linear versus that's expo versus linear.
Understood.
Mm.
In expo out, it looks like it never exceeds the destination. Yeah.
Yeah, it never exceeds that destination.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. So anyway, the whole point of this is that with floating point numbers, this will probably look really fine.
Right.
But I'm dealing entirely with integers. I should probably switch it to a fixed point.
Yeah. You probably should, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why it looks like kind of chop.
Yeah. I guess it's not that bad. It's just that. Yeah, I guess you can use fixed. Fixed points numbers.
I was just gonna say it's a feature. It's how it looks. It was as intended.
That in my case, I would use I mean the easing function that I choose will probably be is out back. So when it comes in, it's is out back. When it goes out, it's is in back.
Ease out back. Let's see.
That's the one where it exceeds the destination.
Okay, like this.
Yeah. In fact, this is everything. Almost everything in Space Jack was using this. Yeah.
Sure. I guess I can try this out.
Yeah.
They all use power functions. I don't wanna.
Is that slow?
No, I just have a very crappy implementation.
I see.
It's just a regular loop.
That's fine.
Although I think the standard library has a power function. I'm not sure if it works fine with just plain integers. It doesn't throw in all sorts of floating point emulation code. But anyway, yeah, I'll go test it out. Yeah, ease out back. Boing, boing. But anyway, that's pretty much what I've done.
Okay.
I said I was gonna end, like, put a pause on my GBA stuff after this week, but I still want to do a little bit of visualization. Just maybe a very simple one.
Right.
Yeah. So last week I talked about finding an FFT implementation and then doing stuff like that.
Yes.
I found some, but I haven't gotten time to.
FFT being fast Fourier transform, right?
Yes, the fast Fourier transform.
Okay.
Which is to sort of convert between your audio file, your audio samples in time space
to
into frequency space.
Sounds fun.
And that.
Sounds fun. Lucius says, apparently Lucius is rushing you to work on your game already. Okay, so you do your visualization and then afterwards it will be game time?
It'll be game time.
Game time. Yeah, that's great. That's great. That's very cool. So you have supported like how many effects so far?
How many effects? Let's take
for
a
your
look
mod file,
at
yeah.
what effects there are. Stew. There's like set volume. Set volume is done. Sample offset is done. Volume slide is done. This one is a whole host of other effects.
I have no idea what that
Undefined.
means.
Oh no! This one, the 0xe effects. It's like a subcategory of extra effects.
Okay.
So there's a bunch of effects underneath this category. E0 is so like some of them are like this 0xe0, which is undefined.
Okay.
Which some mod files use as a way to get to sort of signal to your code, oh, you can do something else at this time, so you can implement like some kind of callback.
Oh, that's cool.
I tried implementing this, but then somehow for some reason it just broke my code.
Really?
Yeah, when I try to call a callback, for some reason it just crashes. I'm not sure why.
Okay.
Fine tune the audio.
Arpeggio
is done. Pitch slides are done. Up and down portamento. Up and down is done. Tone portamento. This is done. Jump, whatever. I think almost everything is done except for the last two, which is like pattern loop and pattern delay, which the song didn't use, so I didn't bother.
Right. That's cool, man. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Okay, that's really cool. Super cool.
So,
thanks for sharing.
Yeah. Until I find a song that uses these things, I will.
You just keep them unimplemented, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Okay.
Yeah. So that's that. Next week I want to do a little bit of visualization and then call it a day.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Okay.
Yeah.
So does it mean
Your
it's
turn.
my turn? Okay, good. My turn. Just give me a moment. I have to first click on stop watching, right? Alright.
Stop watching me. I always feel like somebody is watching me.
Oh, that's a familiar song.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson sang that, right?
Yeah, Michael Jackson was inside. Wait, is that his song or was it like he guest starred in it?
I think he guest starred with what? Paul McCartney, is it? No, or is it someone else? I don't know.
No,
Damn it, I don't know. I think my ignorance is showing.
Ignorant fool.
Ignorant fool.
Cool. What have you got to show this time?
What? Oh yeah, that's right. Let me just run a build that I've prepared beforehand. Just give me a moment. So I've not worked on sound effects yet, right? So I think I will be doing that pretty soon. But I may have to check with you on how to share the audio on stream, yeah, through Discord.
It's okay.
Yeah.
You will echo. I'll just hear myself, and then I'll go crazy.
Okay. Anyways, one of the things I've done, right, is I've finalized World 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Yeah.
Right, so I have, basically did what I mentioned last week, the whole process of organizing levels into different tiers and have each world, right, featuring a main mechanic. So, for example, World 5, right, World 5 features the portal. So it looks like this. Right, World 5 features the portal. Right, World 4 features the bounce pad. Right, you can see this. Right, bounce pad.
Oh.
World.
You did a little.
You
added a little bit of effects to the collectibles.
Yes, good eye, John. Good eye. Right. World 3 revolves around enemies and so on and so forth. Right. So. The idea is that each of these world, right, features a main mechanic, and then once I'm out of new mechanics, right, that's where I can go crazy and start mixing a lot of them together and make like harder levels. At least that's the plan. That's the plan. So that's one thing. Next thing is if you notice, the game looks very different now. Let's take a look. This is level 46, right? It's level 46. So this is how it looks. Originally, this is how it would have looked, right? This is the original tile set. So I changed it to a dark mode. So, and the reason why I changed it is because, hang on, I have talked to you about this, right? We have talked about this actually. So I'll just talk about this again. So the game is primarily a mobile game, right? So this is like 9x16. For most part, it's 9x16. Then the button will be here, and then the game will be here. And I guess for most part, the original game like looks okay, right? With the light colors around here. But in some other aspect ratio, right? Something that is a bit longer, right? Like 3x4, or even 16x9. Then what's gonna happen, right, is that this is the game here. There's the button here. Right, this is the game here, this is the button here. When it is light colored, I do not know why, or if it just applies to me. I'm not entirely sure. But when it is light colored, right? When it is light colored like this, for some reason my eyes are always drawn to the side. And I'm wondering like why is it so empty? Right? So I thought like let's do a dark mode. So dark mode is basically instead of having a light color at the border, right? I just make it dark colored. So it's almost like negative space, right? Like everything else is just like a wall of sort. Okay? And then when I do this, I realize that my eyes are drawn to the center instead. So I'm not sure why. I'm not sure why, right? Or if it's just a thing that is specific to me. So yeah, so I'm doing this now, and I checked with a few people, you included. It seems that this one is fairly well received. Yeah.
I like this look now. The one you showed me earlier
Was
in the week.
both dark, right? In and out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I talked to.
And it looked a bit plain and all that. But this one does look interesting, and my eyes are drawn immediately into the middle.
To the center, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
It could be that because the center is brighter, right? That's where your eye is gonna focus on, right? Maybe. Yeah.
Maybe. You're saying you talked to someone.
I talked to my brother. I talked to my brother about this, right? I think he has a fairly decent eye for this sort of thing. I showed the previous version I had was like both the inside and outside was the same tone. The color was the same. Intensity of the color is the same. And it wasn't just my brother. Devious Oatmeal mentioned the same thing as well, right? In my Discord server. So he said like I might want to change the colors, right? Either the inside color or the outside color, right? So yeah. So I was a bit scared, right? When it comes to changing the color, because the thing is, you notice the character itself is bright. Character itself is bright, and so I want the background to be dark. So as someone who's not really trained in color theory, I'm a bit afraid of like turning up the brightness of the background. I was afraid that it would conflict, or it will make the character stand out less. But so far it's okay, because like it's not like I changed the brightness up like a lot, right? So it seems like it still works. The readability is still there. So that's that, right? Okay. Another thing I want to talk about is that in the game, right? This is the tile set. But rather in the level in the level files themselves, this is the tile set. But when I load up the game, right, in load time, I procedurally change all of the tiles to the new tile set. And in order to do that, right, I'm required to implement auto tiling. Right. Because if you notice, right, previously the tiles is just a plain color, so it doesn't really matter whether it's a corner tile, or an edge tile, or so on and so forth. But now, because the tiles, right, now the tiles is no longer quite trivial. It has an edge now, right? Something like, this is the ground tile, right? Then this is a corner tile. So corner tile will look like this. So that means I need to implement auto tiling. So I imagine there are like better ways of implementing it, but I kind of just go at it naively, as I always do. Right? I just like, if I can just implement it by myself, I'll just do it first. If the time comes where that it needs to be more optimized, then I will reevaluate. Yeah, but yeah, this is my working. As you can see, it's a bit of a pain to implement. Right, this is all of the cases. These are all of the cases, right? I draw the.
That's like two to the 9.
2 to the 9. That's about 48 cases, I believe.
Yeah, I guess a lot of them are.
It's not. No, it doesn't have to be 2 to the 9. It doesn't have to be because, for example, right? Let me show you. For example, I know why you say that, right? So you have to like, this is the tile that you are coloring, and then these are all the different flags, right? Like top left, top right. Actually, there are multiple cases where it will actually choose the same configuration. Yeah, so there isn't actually 2 to the 9 different tile sets, so I don't have to worry about that. If I have to implement 2 to the 9, I probably will not be drawing it on paper or die halfway through. Yeah, so that's only 48. Yeah, it's only 48.
Cool.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, considering it's actually 2 to the 8 in my case, right? Because it's just this one. This is 8 in total. Now the middle one we don't really count. So one way would be that I can like do a mapping, right, of like this all the way to the 48 different tiles, right? But I didn't really do that. I just do a entire sequence of if statement by comparing the one with the most the one with the most tiles, or rather the ones with the least empty tiles, right, all the way to the one with the most empty tiles. So it's just a sequence of checks. Seems to work, right? So far so good. So this is all done in load time. Another thing I would like to talk about, right, is that I am actually not bothering with changing every single tile, right? I only want to affect the border tiles, which is to say that if this is my room, right? Right. Imagine there are some platforms in there, right? Okay, I only want to affect the one on the edge, right? So that requires me to implement a flood fill. Implement flood fill.
Oh.
Yeah. So I did a flood fill. I implemented the flood fill algorithm. So basically each time, I mean, I just pick a corner tile, right? Right. And then the assumption is that all the border tiles are contiguous. So the flood fill algorithm will just take care of painting every single tile in the border, right? And then the smart tiling algorithm will choose the right tile, right? Actually, it marches through each tile, right? So that's one thing. Unfortunately, right? Unfortunately, let's take a look at some of the hang on, level 31. Is it level 31? Let's take a look at not level 31. Let me just run the game. Let's take a look at the World 5. So World 5 is the one that's centered around portals, right? You will start to see a lot of problems coming in. Let's take a look at this. You can immediately see what is wrong, right?
Yeah, the ones in the middle are kind of not translated into the...
Exactly. So what's happening is my original algorithm assumes that the border tiles are all contiguous, but with the portals, right, being at the side of the screen, like that, right, it actually breaks contiguity. So previously, yesterday when I was doing this, right, the smart tiling ends here. So I'm like, oh no, I have to do a flood fill from bottom as well, right? So I did it. But guess what? I have levels when there are multiple sections. So now that's a problem as well. So what I'm gonna do is I'm probably gonna have to implement flood fill right all the way down like that. Right. So long as there's an empty tile, right, I will activate flood fill on it. Or not empty tile, but rather a valid tile. Right. So I'll have to do this. Yeah. So that makes sense, right? So these are some of the problems I'm facing. But the solution to it is thankfully quite straightforward. So it's not too big of a problem. Yeah. So as you can see, so far I've been like doing like graphical updates, finalizing my levels, and polishing. So one more polishing task. Oh hey, Sizen is here. Hello, Sizen. Lucius say when is my devlog? I will be working on that. I'll be working on that. John, do you know I make devlogs?
You do?
I make one. I made one. I've not shown you, huh? I made one devlog. I will be making my next one soon. Okay, so another thing.
What do you mean?
Devlogs. On YouTube.
Like article, or you mean your?
Just a video.
Your
A video talking about like my process, and what I've done so far and what do I intend to do next. Something like that.
I thought your regular stream, your regular dev stream is a devlog.
No. Dev stream is just a way for me to force myself to make progress. Yeah.
I see.
I mean, most of the time I'm just staring at the screen, right? It's not an interesting devlog, right? That doesn't count as a devlog.
Sounds like my life.
Sounds like your life. Anyways, what I'm gonna say is what was I gonna say? Oh right, yes. So you mentioned you noticed that the collectibles wiggle, right? So
wiggle.
Yeah. So while I was developing on stream, right? Ayanyang, so this is a shout out to Ayanyang. Ayanyang asked if I thought the collectibles should animate. right? And I thought, like, I think that's a good question because the collectible is strangely static, you know, it doesn't feel very alive. Yeah. And I make a mental note to come back and work on that. And so last night I did it. So if you notice, all of the collectibles is like shimmering, right? It's just like glowing, right? It's like in and out, in and out. And they are not all glowing at the same time. It's some randomness in there. Yeah. So I make sure to do that. Otherwise, it looks a bit too uniform. It becomes a bit weird, right? That's one thing. Another thing is, as you get closer, right, it starts wiggling almost as if it's tempting you to get it. You know? Let's take a look. Like, woo! You can kind of see it.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, and that's that. I'm hoping that all of this will like add more life to the game. You know? There we go. And that's you can see this is problematic also. So I will be fixing this. Alright, so what I'm gonna be doing next is I want to fix this problem. And next I want to further finalize more worlds. And then I will work on sound effects. I have also received like some work in progress music. But I'm working for like the finalized stuff from DZ Man. So I'm still waiting on that. Yeah, he's pretty busy, so I'll be waiting for a bit. So I hopefully once all of that is done, right, that would mean that I can properly rather properly get the game to be feature complete by the end of the month, and the rest of the time, right, will just be doing playtesting, outreach to the relevant play stores, and holding proper playtesting. Yeah, so that's my goal. That's my goal.
One thing I just noticed when the enemies come out from the portal, there's a little puff.
Yeah, have I never talked about it? Oh yeah, I guess I've never talked about it.
No, I don't think you've ever talked about that.
Yeah, I mean sometimes these are like minor details. I just forgot to talk about them. But yeah. Like I mean, it's important, right? Like when you cross a portal, you have to like sell the impact, right? Sell the yeah. So the path actually goes in the direction in which the enemy comes out of. So if they are moving to the left, right, then the path will go the other direction, you know. So it's like just minor detail. That's it.
Cool.
Yeah. Oh, Ayanyang is here. Hello, Ayanyang. Yeah, collectibles are kind of just like food tempting people to grab it. Yeah. Yeah, that's the intention. Amanda is here too, saying hi to you, John.
Hello.
Guess we'll be seeing you tonight, right, Amanda? Playing what's that game, John? Anton? Brawlhalla. One of them. Yeah. Okay, that's it from me, John. So, shall we recap?
Right. So on my side, playing mod files on the GBA. I showed it running on the actual GBA. Yay! And so next week I want to be able to just do a little bit of visualization, audio visualization. Just a tiny bit.
Okay.
As in the song visualization.
Do you have like any
effects,
idea of like how the visualization would be like? Is it gonna be a radio effect, or is it gonna be like a linear one?
I think it's gonna be a linear one.
A linear one.
It's gonna be a very simple one.
Okay. That sounds fun.
Yeah.
That sounds fun.
It's probably going to be super simple. Don't get your hopes up.
No, it's fine. Can I make a request? Can you incorporate your rainbow sense into the visualization?
Yes, of course.
Of course. Rainbow colors.
Of course.
Yeah. Okay.
What do you take me for, Chiny Kian?
I take you for someone with terrible color sense, John.
I am the master of color. You should approach me for advice on your level design. Visual overhaul, man. For your visual overhaul, you should approach me from the start.
No.
Rainbow everything.
Do you still have that Pikachu rainbow prototype level from Switch, right? Do you still have it?
Oh no.
Do you still have it?
Let me dig it up. Let me see if I still have it.
If you still have it, please post it on Discord so that I can share with everyone your color sense.
Let me see if I still have it. It's been a long time.
So let me just answer Amanda's question. So yeah, John has been working on the GBA audio stuff. Like he's implementing a mixer, for the GBA, right, on the GBA.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So previously he actually played audio on the actual device, which is pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Jono only knows destruction. Oh, this is about your gamer profile, right?
Yeah. What only knows destruction, man?
Only knows destruction.
I will have you know that I'm all about rainbows and stuff.
So Amanda, if you like, why don't you share the the gamer profile link in the chat?
No, I cannot find.
You can't find it? Oh, that's fine. It's okay, John. It's okay, John. The day will come where we can show that abomination to everyone.
Not abomination.
It is an abomination.
Perfection.
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 That Pikachu is the weirdest thing. I don't think anyone knows what we are talking about, but yeah, maybe next week we'll find that picture and show everyone. Okay.
One day
one day
you'll all see my genius.
And then, so visualization, right? So that will be what you're focusing on. After that, what will you be doing after next week? Just to get a sense of what you'll be doing. Yeah.
It's game time.
Yeah, but what kind of game?
A game.
A game.
A game.
A game. Like Pong.
So I recently was inspired by a chess variant called Horde, where it's you versus a whole horde of pawns. And I was thinking, maybe I could get back into making a game in my favorite genre, the tactics or strategy genre.
Aha.
So, yeah,
but with the chess variant thingy.
Maybe or maybe not, because the rules in that chess variant is very different from the type of tactics game that I'm used to. So
right.
Yeah, because like in chess, in chess, your pieces, like say the rook, the castle can travel all the way across the board to capture a piece on the other side. Whereas in most tactics games, you're traveling a very limited distance. Usually, the ones I play, Fire Emblem and stuff like that.
Right.
It's usually like you move a few tiles, and then you attack the stuff that's adjacent or kind of close to you.
Ah, I see.
And then you move your party, and then the other party moves their party. Whereas in chess, it's turn by turn. You move one piece, the opponent moves another piece.
Oh, right. So the consideration is very different, right? Yeah.
Yeah, the consideration is very different.
Lucius is pretty happy about that you'll be choosing tactics. Yeah. Okay, you're saying, although what?
Really?
Yeah. He likes tactics.
Although, I can't remember which game it was. Was it Shining Force or something? Where the order of the characters moving dependent on their speed stat or something like that. So it's not necessarily the case where you move your entire party, then your opponent moves the entire party. It's like it's a mix of both.
Ah, I see. So, okay. So hang on, John. So, Class on Bread in the chat is asking, what games will we be making? Well, so what we're doing here is we are doing a game dev chat. So every single week, John and I and Chow, or sometimes Chow, will talk about what we have previously implemented within the week itself. So John is working on something in GBA.
Stuff, right?
Yeah. He's making a ROM for GBA. So at the moment, he's making like audio related stuff on GBA. That's very cool. As for myself, right, I'm working on a mobile platformer, one button platformer. So it's called Jump Jerboa. And you play the game like so, right? You just press the button at the right time your jumps, collect the keys, collect the collectibles, and then oops, I died, and walk through the door, right? It's a very simple game, but I do have like a variety of mechanics, right? Mechanics like disappearing blocks. I do have a. Let me show you. I do have a. I forgot what's my cannons level. Like mechanics like cannons, which I took from like Donkey Kong Country. Oh damn! Got it. There we go. Yeah. So something like that. Yeah. I'm still trying to finalize it, but I hope to get the game to a feature complete state by the end of the month. Yeah. Thanks for the question, Custom Brad. So yeah. So John, you'll be doing visualization, right? Is there another button for the cannon? No. It's all the same button. It's all the same button. So the entire game will be played with a single button. Yeah, the movement of the cannon is automatic. Okay, thanks for the question. Yeah, so John, you'll be doing visualization, right? In my case, I will be, again, everything I do will be moving the game towards a feature complete state. So a few things I'll be doing is, first I'll be finalizing more rules, right? I will be fixing that auto toweling bug and sound effects, right? If I have the time, right, I'll be working on putting doodads into the scene as well. That's something that I have yet to do, because so now all of my levels seems to be pretty empty. By adding doodads, I hope to make it come alive more. Yeah. How's that? Any requests
Awesome.
from you? Yeah. All right. So far, so
me?
yeah.
Put the sounds in.
Put the sounds in, right? Yeah. I'll have to check with you on how to share audio to via Discord as well. Yeah. Okay. Okay, I think we'll call it. We'll call it. Yeah, so this has been Game Dev Chat number 29. So we have been doing this for 29 weeks already. Right. Next week, Chow should be returning to join us. So there'll be 3 of us again. Right. So yeah. So we look forward to seeing everyone again. We'll do this every Sunday, 3 p.m. GMT plus 8. Right. Same timing. So with that, yeah. Hang on. Lucia says I joined your game dev chat at 44. At 44? When you're at 44, we're probably retired, right?
Well, I wouldn't be so sure about that. Chicken is all about making games till he dies.
Till the day I die. Okay.
So, yeah, you can join Game Dev Chat. Game Dev Chat number 100 and 1000.
Oh no. He didn't mean that at age 44. He meant Game Dev Chat 44. This is 29, right? Sure, Lucius. We look forward to it. I look forward to your shooting game, right? Pew pew. All right.
Pew,
so,
pew.
yeah. So let's call it. Thanks everyone for hanging out. We hope to see you again next week. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye. John, I think your music is like a bit broken. It keeps cutting out. I think the stream is.
No. No.